Hello, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very next guest of today is this incredible singer known by the name of XAYSHA. So I'm about to add XAYSHA into the live now and have a chat with XAYSHA about her incredible music. So yeah, let's add her in and here we go. Hey!
Hey, what is going on?
Nothing much. I just want to say first up, thank you so much for taking the time to come on my show. It's such a pleasure having you on the show tonight. To people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself and introduce yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Sure. So, my artist name is XAYSHA. I began singing when I was professionally probably about 18 years old, but I've been singing pretty much my whole life. I'm an artist from Sydney, Australia, originally from Newcastle, and yeah, that's me.
So we'll dive right into the questions now. So for my very first question, so you've created two incredible original songs. For the very first song, I'm going to name Very Fast. Like, what was it like coming up with the idea of creating Very Fast, and what's like the meaning behind this song?
Cool. Yeah, so Very Fast was actually a collaboration that I did with an Italian producer. So we kind of connected via Instagram, and then he sent me a whole bunch of tracks, and those were there was two that I liked the most. Very Fast was one, the other one's on its way. But kind of the creation of the song was based upon his view, I guess, of what he wanted his album to look like. So I kind of had to adapt to his idea of what he wanted the song to be about, and then I kind of maneuvered it into something that I resonated with a little bit more, and kind of manifested in this kind of really fun EDM, kind of a lot of reference to other songs that I took melodically. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to write and work with him. His name is EFA, if anyone wants to know. His name is, a shout out to EFA.
Awesome. Well, I have to say, by the way, like, I loved your song Very Fast. It was incredible, and to people that haven't heard it, like, definitely go check it out, hear it. Your song, as your voice is so amazing. Like, it really is. Like, you have such a gift and talent, and yeah, you're gonna go super far, like, in life with like music wise, and I can just see it like now. Like, your voice is out the window, so really,
Thank
really
you
well.
so much. I really appreciate it.
So on to my very next question for you. So you've also created a song called What They Say. What was it like creating this one, and what's like the meaning behind this one?
Cool. So this one was super fun to write. It was actually my first song as coming out as XAYSHA. I did have another artist name prior to coming out as XAYSHA, so this was kind of what I wanted, and it kind of became like this anthem song. The meaning behind it, if you've seen the video, I know that some people have seen it, but basically it's to put it very bluntly, it's about guys talking a lot of shit. A lot of guys talking about, I want to get to know you, I want to do this with you, and like, flick, 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 thank you, next, as Ariana would say. So that was kind of the meaning behind it, and I wanted it to be a little bit of an anthem and a motivational song for women to kind of brush it off and like, it's cool, whatever. Like, and I think a lot of people kind of get stuck in that kind of rut of wanting to be, the best person for that specific person. And I wanted it to be more about, it's okay. They're not the one for you. Not right now. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's not the right person. Brush it off. We good. That's kind of the good vibes behind the song that I wanted to capture. So.
Well, I have to say, female empowerment to that, because a lot of respect for that song. That you just, like, what you just said about that song, like, a lot of respect for that song, and for you also, like, because that was another incredible song. So to people that haven't heard of that song, definitely go check it out. Such another incredible song. So on to my very next question for you. So, like, what got you into singing, like, in the first place? What captured your eyes and said, hey, I want to become an artist?
Yeah. Oof. That's a tricky question. I kind of, when I was coming out of school, when I was about 18, I moved from Newcastle to Sydney. You know, that optimistic, naive teenager that I was, and going into the big world and being like, you know what, I wanna do this, I wanna do this. I went to lots of auditions, I did this, I did this. And then I eventually was like, you know what, I was writing a lot of songs since I was about 12 years old. It wasn't until I kind of moved out of home that I was like, you know what, maybe this could be something. So I started working with a producer in particular. We were kind of bouncing back and forth with song ideas like that. And then from there, it was kind of just networking, and it kind of just, it was like all the puzzles were coming together, all the pieces were coming together, and I was like, yeah, this is where I'm meant to be. Because on the side, I do a lot of dancing as well. So the creative arts is kind of where I always found myself. So yeah.
So on to my very next question. So who would be your, like, all-time inspirational person or music artist that you look up to music-wise, and why?
Yeah, you know what? I started with, it's interesting because as I'm kind of developing as an artist, I'm kind of maneuvering around the references and all of those things. I did start with people like Rita Ora, and things like that, and then I went into Anne Marie, but now I'm finding myself loving people like Queen Naja. And I do love a bit of Tori Kelly, only because I love the meaning behind her, and she's got a lot of soul there. I kind of take bits and pieces from people like Jasmine Sullivan, Tori Kelly, and Dua Lipa, and kind of mesh it into this fun kind of melodic structure. But yeah, it has been a bit of a development though.
So I have to ask, by the way, have you been watching The Voice?
I have not been watching The Voice. No.
Okay. Okay, because I don't know if you know of the judges that are on The Voice of this year. So if you could turn around for, like, any judge, who would you want as a judge on The Voice if you could, like, go on, like, one of those kind of shows?
That's an interesting question. Look, going in there, you'd want to turn everyone around you. But I think, who's even on the chairs? I'm going to be completely honest.
So there's Rita Ora, Guy Sebastian, Rita Ora. Yes.
Yeah, of course. I started with her. We got to finish with a bit. Yeah. We love her.
Yeah. Awesome. So on to my very next question. So what does performing music mean to you, like, especially as an artist?
Yeah, look, a lot of people say the same thing. A lot of people say, you know, it's a way to express myself, and I would totally agree with that. As an artist, though, I think it is important to come up with concepts and ideas that can resonate with not just you, but with a majority of people. I think that's kind of the best way to capture an audience that is of your kind of category or genre. Even if it's not even your genre, if you're talking about something that resonates with people on a deeper than surface level, I think that's quite important. Even to the point of the beat or the lyric or anything that kind of hits people. I think that's really important. Actually creating a fan base of people who enjoy my music, I think, is the most important thing.
So I'm sorry, question. So, like, if you could work with any top 3 music artists in the music industry, who would they be and why?
Yeah. Look, I love Dua Lipa's style, so Dua Lipa would be up there. I also love Anne. I think her energy is super fun. And my last one would probably be JP Cooper, just because his stuff that's coming out right now, I resonate with a lot, and it's got such meaning and such soul behind it. That would be my top 3 at the moment. But by the way, it's changed a lot of the time. So
Awesome. So on to our next question. So because you're in Sydney, lockdown and stuff with all this coronavirus stuff going around, what have you learned about yourself as like a musician and like as a person, like especially during this crazy lockdown situation?
yeah, look, I've learned that I can be extremely unmotivated. I think I think it's important to keep your life as good as possible in this time, especially if you are an artist. Blocking your time, I think, is really important for your creative. Because I find if I don't write or if I don't sing for a couple of days, that couple of days will turn into a couple of months very, very quickly and very, very easy. So I think being consistent with your craft is very important. And I think this is a good creative time. So things like journaling, I have been doing a lot of things like really knuckling down who I want to be as a person and not just as an artist, and how that matches in with who I am. I don't want to be somebody else as XAYSHA as I am myself, if you get what I mean. I want to be two kind of people. I want to be that one person with a different stage name. But yeah, I think that would probably be the most important thing, being consistent, being creative, and not making it such as a chore, actually still loving what you're doing and what you're creating, and again, maneuvering around to develop the sound that you want.
So on to our next question. So what are like the positive and negatives into creating your own music in the industry, and how do you get through those like negative moments as an artist?
Yeah, look, there are a lot of positives if you're sharing the music with the people that you really care about, that's around you. The negatives in creating this music, I mean, you're going to get a lot of knockbacks. A lot of people might not like the music that you make, and that's okay. I mean, as long as you are growing as an artist and you're loving what you're doing, that's really important. You're gonna get people who are gonna get under your skin, but if it's thick, you're rolling, you're flying. But I think there's definitely more positives in terms of an outlet, in terms of expression, in terms of concepts that you can get across to your audience. All of those things I think are important. And as an artist, you want to find those people who can really connect with you, I guess, in not just a music way, for people to actually get to know you as a person, not just as a singer or an artist. Yeah, look, the negatives, I think you just got to have a thick skin. And of course, writer's block isn't great, but you can push past that if you're consistent.
So on to the last question. So with like, what's like next for you, like music wise, that you like to announce on the show?
Yeah, cool. Oh, this is exciting. So I do one thing that was announced a couple of years ago was new merchandise, which is out on my website. Another thing that hasn't been announced just yet, there is another coming, and there is another song on its way. I can't announce when, because to be honest with you, I don't know when. But there is a whole bunch of things that you know what it's like. It's kind of half finished there, coming back over there, and finding something that resonates with me right now, and throwing that out right now. I think it's always half done. So I think there is one that's on its way, and it is kind of in that same realm of that EDM one. So it is with the EFA, with that Italian producer as well. So yeah.
Well, I have to ask, by the way, would you like to perform a song on the show to end this off?
Yeah, I mean, sure. this one isn't mine, so I'll just sing a little bit for you. Oh my gosh, this is okay. My first time singing on a live video.
You're gonna do great. You'll do great.
Yeah, so guys, so let's try. I don't wanna fall so fast, but I'm open. They always say the good things never last, and I know 'cause I've been broken. I'm trying to protect my heart, but you're making it so hard. And I guess it's safe to say you take my pain away.
Yes. Wow, that was amazing. Well, can I just say thank you so much, XAYSHA, for appearing on my show. It's been such a pleasure having you on the show tonight. To people that haven't seen XAYSHA, like definitely go check out her music. Her music's truly inspirational. You have such a bright future, as I said before. Like you really do. Do you have like any last final thoughts that you'd like to give to people on the show?
I hope that the people on the replay, these people commenting right now, all sorts of shit that I want to slap. So wake up, Shay, Fair, whatever your name is. But everyone else, much love to you, and I hope you all have a fabulous weekend.